Hi grade 12 student. So in this video we are going to do a cash flow statement. So this question paper, guys, is question paper that was written on 2019. So it was common test that was written around March, okay, for the purpose of March report. All right, so in this video let's do question 2, which is cash flow statement. Okay, let's read the information before we waste time. Okay, they said Babanako Ltd. Then they said you are required with you are provided with the information related to Babanango Ltd for the financial year ended 28 February 2019. Okay, and they required, they said 2.1, calculate the following amount that will appear in the cash flow statement on 28 February 2019. Okay, number one, they said we have to calculate disposal at carrying value, dividends paid, tax paid, and repayment of a loan. Guys, what you have to know about cash flow is that normally when I check the previous question papers, most of them, they are not going to require you to prepare the whole cash flow statement, but they are going to provide you with a certain part that you need to do a calculation. So please, before you attempt such kind of question paper, make sure that you know the format, know what fall under all those activities that we have. Okay, now let's try to attempt 2.1.1, disposal at carrying value. So when we talk about a disposal at carrying value, simply means that we want to see how much we receive when we do what? When we sell an asset. Okay, so this is what we are going to do under 2.1.1. Remember, cash flow, we only include cash item. All right, now let's check our information and see if we have any information that can give us an answer. All right, so the formula that you need to use, guys, is the similar formula that you use when you prepare your fixed assets. Okay, the formula says carrying value at the beginning, the one that you got on top, plus addition, okay, then minus depreciation, minus disposal at carrying value is the one that we are looking for, which is an X. Then this is gonna give us carrying value at the end. Okay, this one is at the beginning. Simple formula. Simple formula. All right, now let's check our carrying value at the beginning. It was how much? Beginning is 2018 and at the end is 2019, which means that our beginning is 1.6 million. Yes, it's 1.6 million. Okay, then addition. Okay, addition, we have to check another information. Okay, number C, they said a fixed asset, they say extension to the warehouse were completed at a cost of 800,000. And number 2, they say some assets were sold at carrying value during the financial period. So this is the second one is the one that we are looking for because they didn't give us amount. Okay, extension, they said, is 800,000. Okay, 800,000. 800,000. All right, then from then we check depreciation under income statement is 270 minus 270. Okay, then minus X, then it's gonna give us balance at the end is 1,689,600. So this is the formula that you apply. Then after that, you know how to solve an X. This one, it will go, it will left this side and all this item will go the other side and change what? The sign. This one will become minus, this one will become minus, and this one will become plus. Then you will get your answer of 440,400. Simple as that. Then it's 4 marks for this one. You get your 4 marks. Okay, number 2.1.2, dividends paid. Okay, let's take the information that can lead us to calculate a dividends paid. Dividends paid is very simple because we add dividends that were declared last year. Okay, I will tell you why. The reason why we take the one for last year that has been declared is because at the end of the year when we declare dividends, we don't pay them. In other words, we are saying that we calculate that shareholders are going to be paid this much, but we didn't pay them. We're going to pay them the following year. Okay, which means that in that case, if we declare this one this year, we don't have an outflow because we haven't yet paid. We just calculated. That's why we take the one for last year, because the one for last year has been declared that they are going to be paid this year. Very simple. Okay, if you check SARS for dividends, we have 870 for last year is the one that we have to take, 870,000. The one for 1.1 million, guys, we don't take it because it's going to be paid next year. It's not an outflow. Okay, then after that we check on our transaction. They said number D, interim dividends of 960 was paid during the financial period. This one was paid. We have to edit 960. Okay, then this will give us an amount of 1,830,000, just like that. Very simple and straightforward. Okay, so I hope, guys, you have liked this video and you have subscribed to this channel so that you will get more videos. And when you subscribe, guys, you are supporting us to keep uploading more and more videos. Okay, that's how we grow as a YouTubers. And also, guys, those who haven't buy our accounting solution SA study guide for grade 12, please make sure that you text us on WhatsApp so that you can get your own copy. So the soft copy is only 49 rand. All right, so now let's proceed to 2.1.3. 2.1.3, they want us to calculate a tax paid. Okay, tax paid, I want to explain it clear because I know that most of you have a challenge when it comes to this one. Okay, but I'm going to help you today. A tax paid, the first one that we have to start with is the one that we calculate from income statement. All right, income statement one, we have 1. Okay, you have to make sure that you write it as negative, because in other words, you are saying that we have to pay 1 million, or we paid 1,393,200. Okay, write it as a negative. Always, guys. Okay, then after that, now this is the rule that we have to apply. Remember, we have refundable and we also have what? Payable. All right, now let's check. If you check under our balance sheet, at the beginning of the year in 2018, we have amount of 300,000 at the beginning. Now the question is this outflow or is it inflow? This is going to be inflow. Why? Listen carefully. Why are we saying that this 300,000 is an inflow? Okay, it's going to be plus 300,000. Remember, it's at the beginning and it's under assets. Né? This is an inflow because, remember, on the previous year, SARS owe us this amount of 300,000, which means that now in 2019, obviously, the SARS or the government already pay us back an amount of what? Of 300,000, because it was refundable to us. It was an asset. If it's an asset, it's refundable to us. They have to pay us back because we paid more last year, which means that this year they already do what? Make a payment. That's why it's an inflow. It's a plus. Okay, now a closing one, we found that is under liability. Okay, but before we go to liability, what happened if under assets we found that it's under closing? Let's say, for example, this one is in 2019, which means that it's closing. It was going to be outflow. Why outflow? Because SARS haven't yet pay us that refundable amount. They are going to pay us next year. Okay, so you have to take care of that. Now let's go to the closing balance, which is under liability. All right, under liability, we owe SARS 200,000 at the end of the year. This is still inflow. Why? I'm gonna explain it to you why it's liability but it's still inflow, because we're going to pay them next year. This year we haven't yet paid them. Very simple. Okay, and if you do this calculation, you are going to get an amount of 1,830,000. I can't even see my handwriting because of light. Okay, let me confirm this before we proceed. Okay, let me check my calculation here, because if I just calculate everything on this video, guys, it's going to take very long. Okay, I think this one I did mistake here. Okay, so it can't be the same with this one. I make a mistake when I do my calculation. So it's supposed to be 893,200. Okay, so this is the answer that we are going to get. Why are we getting amount that is less? Because this one is negative, okay, and the other one is positive. You have to make sure that you do this sign as it is. So please make sure that whenever that you are watching my video, guys, make sure that you also calculate on your side, because as a teachers we also do mistakes. So please make sure that you recalculate. But the most important part, guys, is for you to understand the principle. Once you gain the principle, you are good to go. Okay, amount can be incorrect sometimes. All right, as you know that memorandums of accounting, they do a lot of mistakes. Okay, then 2.1.4, repayment of loan. Okay, how are we going to calculate repayment of loan? Of course, we have to check under non-current liability and check our loan amount. Okay, at the beginning of the year, we found that we have a loan amount of 1 million, and now we have a problem because we don't have the one at the end. But that's not an issue. This is what we are going to do. If we check on the other page, we have a debt equity ratio under financial indicators, which is 0.3:1. In other words, they are saying that we have 0.3 in each and every asset. Okay, so each and every equity, so not assets, because debt equity ratio, we compare non-current liability and shareholders equity. So okay, now let's do it in this way. Because we know amount of shareholders equity is 2.7, let me show this calculation here before we do the final one. We know that it's 2.7 our shareholders equity. Then if we want to see our liability or our non-current liability, we just multiply by 0.3 that we are given, and it's gonna give us what? Amount of 800, this is million, 2.7 million, 810. Okay, which means that our answer now for mortgage loan for the year 2019 is 810, which means that now we can say, this is our calculation now, we can say 1 million of last year and the balance of 2019 of 810,000 is gonna give us a repayment of loan of 190. We make a repayment. Why are we calling it repayment? Because last year at the beginning we owe a mortgage loan of 1 million. Now the liability decreased to 810, which means that we make a payment. A loan cannot decrease if you didn't pay. If you pay, the loan decrease. If loan increase, means that you go and borrow again, or the interest. Okay. Then 2.2. What do you think the matured fixed deposit was used for? Okay, guys, I can clearly see my question paper here, so don't worry about that. Okay, let me read it again. What do you think the matured fixed deposit was used for? And mention one fact and quote figures to support your answer. Okay, so we have a fixed deposit, guys. If you check on your balance sheet, it was 1.8, now is 1 million, which means that 800,000 has matured. So what do you think we use this fixed deposit matured, that has matured? Number one, if you check on the other side, there is an extension to the warehouse. Okay, number one, we can say this business extend warehouse, which was costing how much? 800,000. Okay, and the other thing that you can also mention, you can say business use a matured fixed deposit to repay a loan. Okay, you can see that repayment of loan, it was 190. So I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with friend, and go to playlist for grade 12 and watch many videos that I did it for you guys, so that you can learn something and prepare yourself for test and examination. See you.